This program is called httpcopy.exe. I use it in a batch file. It's a console program, so it's most likely you're going to use it in a batch file or something. But I use it for like on websites. If there's like a file to download, I'll just have just show you what I've got here. TagoSolutions.com, they make Tago fences. They used to put out a lot of versions every once in a while, so I set up this program to just download it from the website. I didn't have to go. I just click the batch file, it'd download to my computer, and then I would test it to see if it the hash value, to see if it was other than a certain version. So you can use this with a lot of things. I use it also to download my counter for my website. I know the exact file that holds the information. It counts how many people download my software, and everybody's downloading it, so it just adds, it appends to the file, and I get to see what programs are more popular than others and so forth. So this is a good program to do automatic downloads and have a little bit of control over running certain programs in succession to maybe check to see if the file is new from another version, whatever, or just to download a counter or whatever. So I use this program quite a bit, at least once a week, to download my counters. So that's httpcopy.exe. Okay. This next one is called palcrypt. It's a file encryption program, and I've just got a text file. If I wanted it encrypted so no one could see the contents, you just right click. Once you install the program, you just right click and go to palcrypt file. Once you go there, it will give you a chance to enter your password. I'll just put test, and to verify, test. Key files optional. Create a backup. Use this password as default for encrypting. It has the method of encryption, the hash, and then all you have to do, encrypt. So now it changes the icon and it adds the extension PXX. So let me look inside of it with my hex editor. This was just normal text, and it pretty much made it gibberish. So it works. And then what we want to do, I think here it says open palcrypt. Okay, you can do that, or just double click on the file. I'll just double click on it, so it decrypts the file. So I'll just put test in there and decrypt, and here it kind of makes a copy. So here's the original, and I'll just open it. Yep, that's what was in it. So you can like delete this or delete the original, what have you. I'll just delete this. So pretty easy, simple program from the context menu. Right now I think I use axcrypt more, but axcrypt has some advertising, and I'm not sure if they mess around with the adding a toolbar to your browser, exactly what it does. But I have an older version, and it didn't have the adware added to it, so I'm just using an older version. That's let me see, it's a 2010. Okay, here's the version 1.7.2614. But as a backup, this palcrypt file is good. It doesn't have any help or anything as far as I can see right now, but that is palcrypt, a good alternative if you don't want axcrypt. Okay, this next program is it's called universal extract, and once you set it up, it runs again from the context menu, and you'll see uniextract files here, uniextract to subdirectory. So I'll just go ahead and take the axcrypt, this version, and the reason why I would do this is if you've got like an older setup file, maybe not MSI, but an older version that you don't know if they're replacing your OCX files or DLL files with an older version, you want to look before you install it, which is a good idea, because I've had many a program try to replace some files with older ones, and I don't know if Windows 7 catches it, but I like to be careful because I have been burned with on XP. Yeah, it either didn't catch it or I don't know, but there's been several times when it's really messed me up. So it's a good idea, at least on my end, that if you have a setup file of any type, you use the uniextract. I'll just uniextract to subdirectory, and this will come up, and we'll just hit OK. Okay, it could not be opened. Let's try this again with another extract method. Corrupted file. Let's try it a third time here with MSI TC packed. Okay, that didn't work either. Maybe I'll just get a different file. Hold on a second. Okay, let's try this setup program. Let's see if it does the job. Okay. Usually I don't have so many problems. Okay, I did kind of open it a little bit, but no such luck. But it gives you a chance to open it up and to see what's inside of it. Let's see if I can't get another one. Okay, let's try htmlcleaner. Let's see what this does. Okay, well, I'm not having much luck with these. In a lot of cases, it'll you'll just have to install it and just have to deal with it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, I think this'll work. Okay. Already exists. Overwrite. There. Okay, so this did work on this program. It's the 7 Plus taskbar tweaker. It did open it up. You can kind of see the main file, the help file, common files. So this is what it would kind of plug in, the DLLs. So it gives you an idea of what this program's doing, what it's putting on your computer. So that's the main purpose for the uniextract. If it doesn't work, like it didn't work on these, you're just going to have to install it and hope for the best. So that's universal extractor. This next program is called zipgenius. This is a 2011 version. If you do install this, it integrates with your context menu and Windows, and it adds some handy things to unzip here, that kind of thing. But if you uninstall and put another version on it, it tends to mess the context menu up. So I would suggest just get the biggest or the most current version and just leave it once you've installed this program. It can open up, it can add files, extract. I opened up a zip file, as you can see. You can have a couple different tabs. Here's some options. So it's fairly easy to navigate. Archive properties, really nice. It has a hash. Comments. I usually put comments in my zip file. That's kind of nice. A lot of nice features for free. This program is totally free as far as I know. Really good. Okay, let me see. Comments. You can add comments here. Dispan. Export list. Encrypt, decrypt. Make a self expanding file. Make the zip file an exe, and then it just run it. And then it just unzips itself. Test, archive, repair archive. Very nice options. So that's this is one of my main programs I use to unzip. I just usually use it from the Explorer, and I do a right click and wait a minute here. I think since it's up, it won't show. Okay, here it is. Zipgenius. Extract here. I know. Here's one thing I use it for. I'll just drag it to an unzip folder to keep it away from my downloads, and then I'll hold it down the right click. And then here's what I was talking about. When I first installed it, it would have unzip here, and this one would be something else. But they're both unzips. I think this might make a folder of so if this is directory list, it'd make a folder called directory list and then put the contents in there. So when I put a new version on, this is kind of how it looks with the pound sign. So I just use the top and just quickly unzips it in there, go in there. So it's real easy. So that's it for Zipgenius. There's a lot of stuff to it, so I recommend you get that program as your main program to unzip. And it does a lot of other files. 7-zip, rare. It handles a lot of different archive types. Okay, this program is called makezip, and it's version 1.3. I think they stopped making it a while ago. I think 2007 was the last. But it's a real neat zip program. It has kind of just a basic look about it. You can drag. Basically, you'd have to navigate through the menu here and drag all the files or folders. See, I could add like a temp folder or unzip. Let me add this unzip folder. So what it'd do, it was just make a zip file, real simple. Let's just put test zip. and it should just make it. Okay, here it says where it's going to make it. Move files, create self-extracting exe is a possibility, but it's a real quick way to zip some files and send it off. Hit OK, and it'll tell you what, 2 files added to the test zip. And let's just okay, there it is. Real easy, simple, nothing fancy, but it gets the job done. So that's makezip. Okay. This next program is hex editor, and it integrates with your context menu. Here it is. It's HXD. It's one of the best hex editors I've found, and I don't know if they update it much. It's pretty stable, so it went up to 2009. So I don't know if they've moved on or what. But I love the program. I use it for a lot of different things. It can fill in sections, copy as different languages here. You can actually file compare to another, and it will go bit by bit what's different with this file. You can even if it's an exe, it can do some special things, like if it's in RAM, I think it will be able to dump what's in RAM. So a lot of things you can do with this. Check some search in it for a certain phrase or word or whatever. One of the best hex editors. It's called HXD. Okay, I hope this doesn't crash my system, but this program is called justcolorpicker. It has a screen capture, and you hit a key combination, Alt X, and it will record what color that is in RGB, HTML, hex, all different types there. You can choose from your own colors or experiment by changing these sliders here. Lot of good things. Color wheel. You can have saved lists, zoom, a lot of good stuff. So this is to pick out certain colors, and it's called just Color Picker, version 3.1. Okay, this program is called htmlcleaner. It's one of the best I've found so far. You just pick a file and hit the green arrow here, and it will show all the different optimizing, percent bar. Go through it a couple times if you need be, but it's got a lot of neat things. You can add individual files or folders. Let me see. Settings. Let me see. I think there's some actual settings that you can tell what it can do with certain tags and stuff. I don't see it right here real quick, but anyway, if you want to clean up your HTML code, make it smaller, without get rid of the junk and the formatting, this is the cleaner I have found that works the best for me. So try HTML Cleaner. Okay, this is a neat one. The htmlpacker. Now, I have been looking for something like this for years, and I've only discovered it this year, or in 2013. But I guess it's been out for a while. I don't know if it was not widely distributed, whatever. But I have been looking for something free that compresses HTML for probably almost 2 decades. And I found a couple here and there that aren't really free, but this one I use, and I'm confident it works most of the time. If your HTML doesn't have a whole bunch of junk in it, sometimes it'll be a little quirky and mess up, but there's ways to do it over again and get it to where the outcome is the same as the original. And it will take, I've got some freeware files that will be 250K. It'll compress it down to 60K. So it does an excellent job. You put the source, the destination or output directory, that's what I usually do, and just leave internal packer. I haven't used the external packer much. You can do multiple files, just put all the files in here, and it will just compress them one after the other. But you have to do a little prep on these. You can do the header of your HTML files, but it has mixed results. So you might want to just compress the body of your HTML. So you find the body tag and everything, including the body tag on down, you can compress. I would leave the header alone, just so it doesn't mess up. So that's a couple little quick tips. And you might have to do a little bit of editing, because it'll add HTML tag and a header tag, and you might want to clear that out and just put JavaScript. Just leave the JavaScript tag or script, and then the script at the tail end, but take out the HTML and the header, or the header and the body. So that's one. This I think is one special program. There's not too. There's like just a handful over the decades that have come out, and this is the free one that I'm going to be using. So nice program. Okay, this program's called htmlcipher version 2. They were around, probably 6 years ago. They had a website, and I think they just gave it away for free after a while, but you did have to pay for it at one time, but they gave out the registration for free. So this is to encrypt your HTML. You just add the files, any backup. You'd have encryption options, encrypt the body only. I'd use security features, disable right click, a lot of password protect page, a lot of good stuff there which I don't use. Meta tag. So a lot of nice options, and I'm not sure what encryption they do use, what it's called, but it works really well. Okay, here's the help. How to use registering. Okay, here's some what's new. So it really doesn't tell you what kind of encryption it has, but I've had a lot of people download it off the website, so you can't get it anymore. I think I'm the only one that kind of has a copy of it that I know of. good luck trying to find this anywhere. So that's htmlcipher version 2. Okay. This next couple programs are for Windows XP mode in Windows 7. So I have a MP3 player that only works with XP. Well, that's a problem because I don't have XP and they don't support XP anymore. But I still have the player and I like it. Well, here's what you do. You Google Windows XP mode and get the 64-bit or the 32-bit version. And I think it'll point to another virtual PC update package of some sort, and it's about 15 or 16 meg. And the XP mode is pretty hefty. That's 481 meg. So that's the majority of the download right there is the XP mode. But when you go to your start button, we will just go to let me see, Windows Virtual PC. That could be another name you can probably put in your search. Windows Virtual PC and XP mode. So when you install both of those, you'll be able to click XP mode, and it will basically look like well, you'd have XP running inside your Windows 7. So it'd come up as a window, just like this window, and you'd have some funky controls up here to mount. You get a whole new hard drive assigned, but you can go back to your original hard drive. A lot of neat stuff. It'll look like XP, the desktop, and you can maximize it, and it'll look like you're running XP. And I've tried the iRiver. It's a little MP3 player, and it only has software for XP, and it doesn't have any other drivers for any other like Windows 7. They just didn't keep up on it. So this is my way to keep using putting MP3 files on it. So I just use the XP mode. You've got to have 4 gig of RAM minimum. I had 2, and it would not install. So you got to have at least 4 gig. But it's really handy to have XP with your Windows 7. If you have those odd programs that just that you need sometimes. So that's it for now. I hope you stick with gamma phased and look for more programs on my site. So I'll keep updating and keep coming back.